the thread that I originally bought when I went to the store last week, too thick, and I only tried it to put it through one time to see what it would do, and I don't want it to tear into the veil. So what I am just gonna have to use is double up on the thin thread. And I got a pack of needles to just go ahead and thread as many as I can and just go at it from there. I have about 4 needles here that I pulled from the tomato, so those, and I'm probably gonna just grab 4 more so I can have 8 total here, and just keep going because I don't want to have to keep stopping. And I'm gonna do become first because it's the longest word, and I know that's probably gonna take a little bit more extra time. So yeah, let's go ahead and thread these needles. I don't want it to be too long because it's harder to wrap around. And so this is the way that I double it. I cut it the one time as if you're just gonna sew with this, but then I take the two ends, and then I put them back through the needle once again. And it's very tedious, not gonna lie. It just takes some time, and if you ain't got the patience, don't even. Hardcore. Okay, so once I get it through, I pull it so it matches up with the original that I put, like the original side that I put through. So now it should look like it's like 3 strings, but there's a loop at the bottom from you know, turning it back up to put the thread through. So I can make it longer. I just wanted to test this out, but I will make this longer. And then just do a small knot or double knot, whatever you feel comfortable with. And voila, a thicker piece versus just having like those 2 pieces. So this is the last needle, number 8. It didn't really take me that long off camera to do them since I didn't feel pressured to do it. So all of them have been double threaded. So we are back at sewing. I kind of got finished with one yesterday, last night at 11:30, and I was just like, let's get up, get to the gym, and come back and get to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. And also just sitting here like thinking just about life, and you know, it's a lot going on. And it's important to develop a self-awareness and a not newfound, but a very structured development for self, because what I do know is as much as we want things or want to be understood or want to be heard, sometimes you just won't get it, because people are quick to judge what they don't know. And it's almost like put yourself in my shoes or at least allow yourself to be open to what I'm saying. And I do feel like everyone is entitled to their own opinion about things, but there has to be some sense of just listening to understand when people say stuff, not to respond, not to just jump so quick to defense and over talking of people when they're trying to talk because you want to jump in because you on the defense. And because one thing I do know, people can shut down. I'm guilty of shutting down when it's just like it's becoming exhausting of trying to almost explain yourself in a sense, because it's like, what's the point? What is the point? Or the entitlement of people feeling like you belong to them, or you have to do this because of this. And I've been reading The Mastery of Self. It's actually The Mastery of Love, not Self, but I did read that. And me and my mom was talking about this last night because I told her to get it. She listens to the Audible books, and so she's been listening, and so we kind of had a discussion about it last night as I was working, and we were just talking about how ultimately developing a strong love for yourself is what really matters, because it's nobody else's job to make us happy, and vice versa. And Mr. Don Ruiz makes some really good points, great points in that book also, in the perspective of things. And you know how you can read things on the surface, but what I always say is read between the lines, because there's so much in between the lines. Even when people are talking, read between the silence, the pauses, and you don't have to respond, but it's just like when you're listening to hear and feel what people are saying and where they're coming from and how they are truly feeling, like, you honor that, you give them grace, and knowing that it's okay and that not holding them to a certain expectation is okay as well, because ultimately what I do believe is we just gotta show up for ourselves every day. Every single day, every single time, and just know that everything is gonna be okay, because nobody can give us the things that we really feel like we require or that we really want. We give that to ourselves, and then we're blessed to have people that show up for us and hear us. They see us, and you can express how you feel or the thing that you want, that'll be like the thing that you say, hey, I would like it if I could do this every week or every 2 weeks, and they show up for you. You know what I mean? But until then, keep showing up for yourself. Keep giving yourself the love you deserve, the grace you deserve, because we give people grace, but we need to give ourselves grace also. Even in our work, you know, I see a lot of things about people being exhausted from like their jobs and, you know, not feeling very appreciated. The low pay and everything, and it's hard overall. And what I do know is it's important to take time for the people that you love or that you say you love, and give them some of your time, even if that be taking off early or taking a day off or working half a day to go do something fun and spontaneous, and, you know, just to show like, hey, I really do appreciate you. Or go to lunch, or make a trip that says, hey, I missed you, so I wanted to show up for you. Like, I wanted to be here. I wanted to be in your presence. And that's like someone saying like your presence, your energy is like top tier. Like, that is the thing for me. Like, my uncle, whenever he comes to town, and he's just like, I just need to be, we can just sit here, or you can do what you're doing. I just want to sit there and blase. But it's kind of like we bounce that off each other in a sense as well. The conversation or the silence. It's enough to get you thinking. It's enough to get you to discuss something more meaningful and not just sit up to talk. Yeah. Talking to be talking, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it feels good to be seen, and being able to talk to somebody that's inquisitive, if that's what I'm trying to say, or insightful about what you're saying, and instead of them coming back with a response just because they're actually wanting to hold a conversation, and that's a good feeling. And my mom is ultimately that person, but besides God. Talk to God all the time. Like, that's my homie for sure. But yeah. I don't know if any of that sounded, however that sounded, but I'm just getting my thoughts out. Just getting my thoughts out. What I do know too is there's no perfect way to say how you feel. You say it, but you say it with respect. You say it with the conviction of being truthful and honest to yourself, and not holding back because you want to make somebody else feel good. Say what you gotta say. Be respectful about it. And that's it. And forgive yourself for like the things, the times, or whatever it is. Like, that's one thing. I'm like, life goes on. I forgive myself. I pray to God, like, hey, open my heart to be forgiving of myself first, and whoever else is receptive to forgiving me, I love that. But if you're not, oh well, life goes on. And that's not to be like harsh about it, but I mean, that's the truth. Ain't nobody perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things we're all just trying to still figure some things out. We're all guilty of something. And you can't heal what you hide, and you can't hide what needs to be healed. That's for sure. So this has been Kiki's TED Talk. So I hope all of that made some sense. But I'm gonna continue to work on sewing these letters into this veil. Today is day 2 of working on this, and I plan to be done. And I'm actually doing this off camera because it takes some time. I have poked myself with several needles all night long, and I feel like I'm kind of in a groove of what I'm doing now. So I kind of want to just get it done, and I'll be back to show y'all the finish, how it looks when I'm done. So yeah. Alright, y'all, this is what it's looking like. That's my last one I got. This one took me, I started at 3:30 yesterday. I got done at 11:30. So do the math. This just took me from 8 o'clock until 12. So 4 hours. So yeah, let's move on to this one. I tore the paper from around everything. I'm still gonna soak it, and then I'm gonna press everything and steam it and do a final, final look at what everything is looking like once it's all pressed and at its best, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get to this last one because I'm ready to be done with this. Alright guys, so I'm gonna let that sit for about 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 30 minutes while I do some other things that I need to do. I'm gonna make me a glass of wine because if only you knew how tedious and how long that has taken. And you just gotta have patience. You gotta have a little faith, a little patience. And what I will say too is that was something I never thought about doing or did before, not even for myself, sewing by hand some letters. And when I first started, I was like, kind of like, what did I get myself into? But I also thought to myself, like, no, you can do it. And it's just a mindset thing, because once you start talking negatively about yourself, it does go downhill from there. But a little faith, a little patience, some perseverance, and all of that goes a long way. Because like I said before, if the gift was not for you, he would not have given it to you to use it. Believe in yourself, and whatever the thing is that you're scared to do, or you like, I don't know if I'm gonna be good at it, you're already good at it, you're great at it. It's just get out of your own way, get out of your head, and let's do it, let's get it, you know what I mean? So yeah, let that sit, and I'm gonna let it dry. Once I'm done, I'll show that also. And after that, we're gonna press over it with like a towel, and then I'll set up a steamer to steam it and hang it up, because she's gonna take that with her next week when she does her second fitting. And we're just gonna continue to move on to the other parts of the dress that I do have cut out, and looking at some other materials that I did need to order. So yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying this process. This is a little bit exhausting, but I'm trying my best to show up in this space, as well as continue to show up for myself every day. So the parts that I do get, I'm just making sure that I plug them in where they fit, and as I remember to like pick up the camera and, you know, get the footage. So yeah, see you guys.
Trailer for sailoring, ain't got no cigarettes, but trailer for sailoring. Give, don't pay no. Trailer for sailoring, trailer for sailoring, ain't got no. Trailer for sailoring. Give, man of me, by no means. Trailer for sailoring. Trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no cigarettes, but give, man of me, by no means. Don't pay no you. Trailer for sailoring. Rules to let. Trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no. Trailer for sailoring. Give, man of me, by no means. Give the road. King of the road.
as technology.
Welcome back. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. Alright, so as you seen, I was trying to get the veil steamed out and I got the letters like pressed down. I had to put like the towel on both sides, on the back side and on top of the veil to like kind of press over that with the iron. And then I went in with the steamer. Now I am gonna have to steam it again when the day comes because she has asked me to be there to help her get dressed, which is fine. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to eventually get me another steamer. I've had that steamer for so long for traveling purposes, and it's just not it's not doing what it needs to do. Not for that anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do because I want it to look very just nice and sleek for the day. What I am about to start on now, I just finished threading some bobbins because I like to have more than one or two bobbins threaded so I can keep moving forward as I continue to sew so I don't run out, because it ain't nothing like your thread running out in the middle of you sewing and when you look up ain't no thread. Ain't no thread. So you ain't sewed nothing. It's just air. So I've pinned together the base that I had pinned it on the mannequin back here. So I pinned it together to go ahead and get that sewed up. So that's what I'm about to do and pin it onto the other mannequin that kind of resembles her size. And we're gonna start on the top part. So I have to get some of the pattern from the lace fabric. I'm gonna cut some of those patterns out because we're gonna sew them onto the top portion of the bustier, and I'm gonna work on getting the sleeves and everything cut out for the top to be attached to that as well. So yeah, mostly just cutting. I may also go ahead and sew together the train today because I've already cut out that pattern. I'm just trying to see what the vibe is, how I'm trying to work, but I know for sure that this is about to get sewn up because it's pinned. So gonna do that, and yeah, let's go. I've stuck myself so many times. It don't make no sense. It's almost like I'm used to it and it's not a good thing either. But it's like, what can one do once you're used to being stuck for so many days? What can you do? You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely about to get this, and I have to make sure that these pins are not hanging down onto my leg, because one thing, once you get stuck with these pins, it ain't nothing you can do. Putting the thread through the needle would be nice. And I should have started with a full bobbin, but I want to go ahead and use these threads. I did pull thread out of one of those bobbins because I wanted it to go ahead and get full. But there's enough still left on here, I believe, for me to get at least halfway down. Go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna get this sewed up and get it pinned on the mannequin back here on this side of me, not the blue one. And Alright, so we got the base sewn together, but I just placed the bustier on there right now. Eventually the bottom will overlap on top of the bustier, so it looks together like one piece. And then we're gonna have the pearl buttons in the back for the closure. I just kind of have it pinned on there right now. So what I am gonna do is start cutting the illusion mesh to create a V-shaped neckline to attach to the bustier, and sleeve cutouts, because there will be sleeves that have the print on there on top of the illusion mesh to look like it's sitting on her skin, and the pattern will follow through as well here on the bustier. So we're also gonna hand sew some pearls into the dress itself, so that's gonna be quite a task as well. So other than that, we're just gonna continue working. I'm about to cut out the illusion mesh here and some of the pattern from the fabric to place on top, and I'll probably get to sew those pattern pieces together for the detachable train, just to kind of see what that's gonna look like on top of it. So I may go ahead and pin that up and sew it together. If you don't see it, then it means I didn't do it. So let me go ahead and cut this out, and actually I need to take a break because I have been going nonstop. So I'm gonna take a minute break to get some food in my system and just step outside for a minute. So I'll see you guys later. Yo, what's up, fam? It's Friday and I'm struggling today to just do anything. My energy is low. I woke up at 5:30 as normal, went to the gym at 6 today instead of 6:15, and I had energy, did my pre-workout and everything, and it's like I came back home to eat breakfast. I did some reading. I read a chapter in my book while I enjoyed my breakfast, and it's like as I was reading, I started getting sleepy, and I finished my chapter, but I ended up going like drifting off into sleep, but it wasn't for long because I was like, I'm gonna start working at 10. My plan was to start at 9, but I was taking my time to like just go through the motion of taking a shower and everything this morning when I got back from the gym, and just to do some skincare and all that stuff. So, and make my breakfast and just enjoy that. It's Friday, so I'm like, hey, just take it easy today, but still get what you need to get done, right? So I just been outside. It is cold in my place, and I don't have my ear like low. My ear's like on 74, 75. That's how I keep it because it's only me, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, my energy, like, I don't know what it is. It's like I need some, like, an extra push or something. So, but I am about to just go back inside and continue on the work that we are working on. I started pinning together the detachable train yesterday from the pieces that I cut out. So I'm going to continue with that this morning and get that like stitched by hand, like a basting stitch to keep it together so I don't have pins all in there sticking me while I'm trying to sew. And yeah, get that hand basted stitch in, and then just prep to sew it together, and then get the other pieces cut out for the lining and the tool to make the fluff, you know what I mean? So and then I'm gonna go start on the top because I didn't do that yesterday either. It was like after after 5 o'clock came and then 6 o'clock rolled around, I was like, let's go like get some food to make dinner, which I did, and I enjoyed that with a glass of wine. So, you know, it is about like making time for not just one thing, but for yourself. Self-care and self-love is very important to me, because I don't want to feel like I have an expectation of somebody else to do something for me, or like I'm begging someone else to do something for me either. So I do it for myself where I can, when I can. Yeah. And self-care doesn't have to be about money. It's about the enjoyment of it all. Learning how to be with oneself and appreciating like where you are, who you are, and being content with your own energy and not always seeking the validation and energy of others to make you feel good about yourself, right? So yeah, I'm about to get out this car because I cut my car off, so it is already hot out here and I can feel myself sweating tremendously. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Yo, what's up, y'all? So it's been a minute. I came back. When I did come back into the house, I was here for a minute, did a little bit, and went to meet my mom for lunch. And I just been back putting in this basting stitch. I'm just about finished here, and I'm just gonna pin it onto the mannequin because I'm gonna go and get out to meet my mom again when she gets off for a happy hour, and just enjoy some vibes. And a lot of the stuff that I said that I was gonna do, like, it seemed good, it sound good, it sound productive and all of that, but the thing is, sometimes you just gotta do what you can and do it well. Take your time and do it well. As much as you want to get done within a day, sometimes it may not be the case all the time, because we talk about practicing patience, practicing showing up for yourself, practicing being intentional. And when these types of situations come, it's like, all right, let me see what you're about. Are you going to practice what you're preaching, that you're, you know, where you're trying to evolve in, and, you know, trying to be better at. And so I get that aspect of it as well. And it's not all bad, because sometimes you just got to find the good in what is all the time, not just sometimes, all the time, because it can always be worse. And one thing that I was talking about with a friend of mine was that I mentioned, like, what do you think you would be doing if you wasn't doing the thing that you're doing now that you feel like you're good at? And, you know, it just kind of makes you wonder and think, what would you be doing, or what would I be doing? And I have a tendency, like, when I am showing gratitude, I'm always saying, like, you know, God, thank you for my hands, because I know there are people without those limbs, and, you know, however they navigate through their lives, you know, I just couldn't imagine what I would be doing, like, if that was the case. And it's just being grateful for the moment, being present for each moment, and knowing that as much as you want to grind and get to the bag, get to the money, get to work, make time for the people that actually care about you and love you as well, and show up in those spaces too, because you can't get that time back, and they can't get that time back with you once you gone, once they gone. And being intentional about that. When I say showing up, like, show up as much as you can And you know, sometimes you may have to turn some things down to get some work done, or you know, finish that thing that you got a deadline on, and that's okay. But if you can still show up in that space and, you know, take on that energy, do it. And sometimes that can be a reset to your energy too, because I feel like we need that. It's a lot of the doing. How much did you do, and are you actively doing the thing that you said you're doing, or you need to post about it, and da 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 da. It's a lot, and it can be exhausting. So do it. Show up in the spaces where you work for yourself, but also know that all of that stuff can't go with you when it's time to leave this earth either. Like, you know, if you truly doing something to leave something behind, that's cool, but show it for people. Like, make plans to do something differently. Take yourself on a date. Plan a date. Take off work early. Work half a day. Do something, but don't exalt yourself or don't deplete yourself of life itself by just work, grind. Because telling you, man, you can't get that back. But show gratitude too, and take heed of what God is trying to show you in those moments that you are present. And another thing is, when you lock in without the distractions, without the phone calls, without the texting and trying to sit and do this and do that, it's one thing to listen to something, but when your fingers are constantly moving, are you really, you know, working? So yeah, just pulled something I've been thinking about while I've been sitting here doing this. And this is really how far I have gotten today. I do plan on picking back up where I'm leaving off now, and maybe doing something here later. But I also want to go and hang out with my mom to look after my niece and nephew that will be staying with her tonight also. So I just want to be a part of that as well. So I enjoy that, being in that space or showing up as that auntie when I can. So I just finished putting the basting stitches in. I do have to get on the machine to actually sew it together so it can have like that, you know, that good seam. I'm about to pin it here just to see what things are looking like. This is just the outer shell of the train, and yeah, I'm gonna get it sewn on here and see what everything is looking like, and we'll resume later. Peace. Alright, so I got this pinned onto the top, because what I am gonna do that I haven't done is do the neckline and the illusion mesh for the top to be added to the bustier, and the sleeves, cut out the sleeves. I'm not about to do it right now, but you get the picture. This piece on the ground right here is the top of the detachable train. So I'm about to just pin that on there to try to see what everything is looking like with that. The print that is on here will be added to the top, around the top of the train as well, and towards on the bustier and all that. So we'll get to that. It's a process. I'm just trying to kind of explain everything. So yeah, let's get this pinned on, and that'll be it for today. So it's looking good. Looking real good. I'm loving it. So yeah. And she wants like a little poof, like right around the waist. So when we do get ready to sew it all together, there'll be some lining. This lining right here will be on the inside, and this will get sewn into inside where you can't see it, but to help give it that, you know, kind of not sit all the way up, but just enough to where she has a little bit more fullness to it. So we'll do this for that. And yeah. So the goal, but we're gonna do what the day allows for sure, but we are working diligently to get things done at a great amount of time. So we want to get it done perfectly, cleanly. So definitely gonna be cutting out the neckline to add here with the sleeves, because it's gonna be kind of off the shoulder, so it kind of get connected here to give a V shape, because that's the shape that she wants. And then everything, once it's all sewn and attached, we'll start overlapping the print onto here as well, so everything flows and goes, you know what I mean? So, and the train is really long. I can't really spread it out too much. Well, I could if I brought her up some, but I mean, we get the picture here. And then the veil goes past that, so everything is like, you know, a ripple effect. There's the train on the dress, then the train, and then the veil. So we get the different, you know, the different lengths of everything. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this series of this project. Thank you guys for watching and listening to me talk and just seeing me on this journey of entrepreneurship. So some days are harder than others, but what I do know is when you pray for certain things and God shows you, or he's like, take something away that you said you didn't really want to do, and you don't know, like, ooh, I need this because, you know, I want this money or whatever, but it's like, the plans I have for you are far greater than what you have for yourself. And I mean, you just gotta be faithful and sow the seeds and keep speaking life over yourself, and just take it one day at a time. That's all we can do in life, regardless of what we are doing. Taking it one day at a time, because things change every minute, every second, every day, every other day, every week, every month. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Help me, you know, go up a little bit. Share it with somebody if you are enjoying it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Like, we are continuing this project right here until it's done and complete and we see the final results. And I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. I'm enjoying the process and I'm really locked in on this. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace and love. KB.